Hello friends, I'm Colonel Failure and you're joining me for some Train Sim World here at Newark International Airport. We're driving the 170 today, which I believe is this Amtrak here. Look at it, it's a train. We're heading over to track 1 and first task is to figure out exactly how to do that. I'm tempted to just hop across the tracks. I am, after all, a railroad employee, and therefore I should be allowed to do so. But I am unaware of any jump button. Hello, lady. If you'd like to stay the other side of the yellow line, you don't want to get pulled onto the tracks there by a passing express. Also, you come on, other side of the yellow line. I know we all like to flirt with danger, but it's really not advisable. Oh, here we go. Escalator's broken. Yeah, that's pretty typical, isn't it? They never work when you want them to. Anyway, yes, we're doing the City Sprinter mission today, and I feel pretty confident about my abilities to sprint through a city. I wonder if the elevator's operational. Hello? No, guess not. And this escalator's out as well. I'm sure we can still walk down it though. Ah, look at that. See? I can manage things even though they're not fully operational. Hello, gentlemen. Perhaps you'd like to get on board the train. Where exactly are you going? There's a lot of people down there. I wonder what it is that they're waiting for. Sit in the engineer's seat in of the lead locomotive. Well, you could say lead locomotive. However, as far as I'm aware, that's the only one. I'm going to check, because otherwise I'm going to sound like an idiot if there is a trailing locomotive as well. There's lots of people on board waiting for. I'm sure they'll be pretty patient while I trot to the back of the train here, just to make sure that that I am correct in my assertion that use of the word lead there is unnecessary. Nope, no magical tail locomotive there. So there is only one loco in question, and that's the one that we'll be driving today. I'm pretty confident that we're gonna do a good job, and that we'll get things done. Right, okay, yeah. I rather regret running all the way down the platform now, because it's quite a long way back again. Anyway, here we are. It's an Amtrak. It's a 600, is what it is. It might be an ACS 64. Could be. Don't know. That might be a component. 600. Don't know. Anyway, it's good. Yep. Let's go. Open sesame. Right. Smashing. Good. And get in the engineer's seat. I don't know if I have to turn it on or not. In the tutorial, it gave me all kinds of gave me all kinds of instructions for actually starting the thing. Oh, look at that go! Oh, that's tremendous. Right, unlock the doors. Now I'm going to try and find the button, because we know that T means doors. Acknowledged. And that's fine. But what I'd quite like to find is the interior button. Oh my goodness me! There's a lot of things. There's a lot of stuff happening here. I'm sure it's not a hot journal. Yes, you can go to a specialist website to read that. What's going on there? Clipboard, useful. There's my brakes. What are you? The EQ res regulator, just in case you want a little bit more bass. Brake mode, passenger. I don't really want the passengers operating the brakes. What's my alternative? Freight trail, test, freight, passenger. Oh, okay, right, fine. Wipers to fast. Yep, they work. Right, off. What do we got here? The windshield heat. Oh, I desperately need that on. Snow brakes, yes. That's the windshield something else. Sander, yeah, and the headlight is on bright. Ditch lights should be on. Come on. I mean, we should be efficient about such things. There's the door. There's an armrest. Something for my feet to put rest on. Door, fire extinguisher. We won't need that. Fusée, because obviously this is part French. And down there we go. You know what? Actually, before we set off, I'm going to show you around this place. Down here, you've got all kinds of electrical gubbins. Special restroom for me. There's close the door. You know, you got one of those. And then down here somewhere is a panel that allows me to do all kinds of things. So, you know, I've got me isolation resistance for when the revolution comes. Oh, it's not even letting me in. There's a button here that allows me to do something clever, and I learned it in the tutorial, and I wanted to show off, and it's not letting me in. Never mind. Well, where does this go? Oh, golly! In case I want to drive backwards, that's worth bearing in mind. But yeah, let's not keep people waiting any longer than we absolutely have to. What was I doing before I got distracted by the secondary door? I'm trying to find the doors button. There'll be one. It's just a question of... No, that's the volume control for the radio. That's the Havoc display brightness. There's a telephone in case you need to call me mum. Cab light. We'll have that on. Maybe that will illuminate where the door controls are. Desk console light. Ooh. You get a setting of moody or bedazzled. Right, that's a reverser. We know this. Acknowledged. And right, what are you? You're back. That's so and brightness. Nope, not so much. Day night. Oh, okay, cool. Right. I hope you weren't expecting me not to fiddle with any of this stuff, because fiddling with stuff is kind of my thing. Up, down, left, right, yeah, all of that. This is just a navigation thing. Crew messages. I wonder if I've got any email. No. I'm just going to have to press T, aren't I? That's what's going to have to happen, because and that's broken. Give it a little tap. No? I mean, Waypoint's doing the hokey cokey up there. I don't really know what's going on. Right, okay, well, never mind. T. Pretty sure that was the button. T for doors. So after the smallest amount of messing around with keys and using the settings menu and then finally resorting to Google, I've managed to discover that the tab button will apparently open the doors. Oh, hello, what's that? Unlock left or unlock right? Oh, well, that's got all kinds of entertainment opportunities, but we're going to unlock the left-hand doors here. There we go. Marvellous. And with a bit of luck... no, but I'm still being told to unlock the doors. No, unlock. No, you've got to get your... Lock the left doors, unlock the right door. That could have been a disaster there, people. My inability to recognise left and right. Unlock right. Thank you. There we go. So now we are loading the passengers. Oh, that was... I almost made the news there. That would have been exciting. And hopefully they're getting on board. No. Stop messing with that. That's just a path to disaster. Let's go and see what that's actually manifested. Oh, we can go and say hello to people. Hello. Slide that open. Morning. Sorry, a bit late. Sorry. Couldn't work out. I'm going to sit in business class. And you don't look very business class. Can I see your ticket, please? Right. Okay. We're now ready to set off, which means I should probably get out of the train. There we go. No. Oh, that should be a closed door, that one. Where's it? That should be locked. Someone phone health and safety. Passenger, there you go. That might have actually saved me some time, is walking up and manually opening the doors, but so be it. Also, leaving the train door unlocked there is probably not a great idea. Right, let's get underway. Let's lock the doors. Door's now locked. Set the reverser in the forward direction. See, now we're into territory where I'm perfectly comfortable. I've completed an objective. Terrific. Is that it? Have I finished? Oh, no. Release the brakes. Okay, right. And brakes. Here we go. Release. No suppression. Suppress nothing. Minimum. No. And release. Doesn't go any further than that. I could have just hoiked that all the way back. Apply power. Right. Let's set that up to 40-ish % there. And we should probably let people know we're moving. See, I was told that in the tutorial that we should always toot twice to let people know exactly what we're up to. Right, so we're going to stop at Newark Penn Station in I don't know how long. 7:05 we were supposed to arrive. It's now 7:15. So we're a little behind schedule. Possibly ought to let the passengers know that. Good morning, passengers. This is your captain speaking. Welcome aboard this train to places in Newark. Sorry for the late departure this morning. A little bit of a sticky situation with the doors. However, you can make it up to yourselves by visiting the concession shop, which is being staffed by my co-worker, Mr. Chewbacca. Very good. Mr. Chewbacca will quite happily serve you with the latest and greatest in drinks and snack beverages. I suggest you make yourselves comfortable. Anyway, the next stop will be New York Penn, and we'll be there in a bit. Make yourselves comfortable. There we go. Right. What is the? Do we know what the speed limit is? We don't. We're just gonna have to chance it. But it's all good. We've got a green light coming up in 0.7 of a mile, and it's 1.8 miles to our destination. It's time to have a look outside. There we go. So we're rolling along here. It's quite an attractive view. Oh, you can get a nice angle to check out the danglers on the front there. I love me a good dangler. It's a properly good view. This as we rocket through the outlying areas of New York. What have we got? 500 yards to a green signal. I'm not bothered about green signals. They're all good. They're our friends. We should be grateful to the green signals coming up. Let's go back on board. Get a window open. Bit of ventilation never hurt anyone. And check out that for a view. That's there. It's very pretty. This. I don't know, what else am I supposed to be doing? We've got a 70 mile an hour limit coming up. We're doing, 50, 58, 60? We can probably ease off. We're behind schedule anyway. We might as well rock this down to idle. There you go. That's what you're supposed to do, you know. Not just leave it hard charging the entire time. Put your lights on. Amateurs. Yeah, there we go. So we've got half a mile to go until my next objective. It's a yellow light. Probably means something. Let's start suppressing ourselves a smidge. There we are. Is that having a profound effect? We are speeding a little. We are possibly speeding a lot. Very hard to say for sure. Let's suppress some more, shall we? See. Ah, there we go. That's got it going. All right, we can probably stop suppressing quite so much. There we are, 20 some odd is marvellous. Once I'm a little more familiar with the operations of the train and potentially the route, I might be a little bit more aggressive in actually getting to the station. Okay, give us some juice here, please. There you go, 20 some odd should get us going. Or not, as the case may be. We are minimal applicationed. Let's release that. Is that enough to get us going? No, give it some more whiz. There you go. Attack! It's going to take us a very long time to get there unless we attack a little bit more than that. Come on, there you go. Crank it up. Punch it. Come on! This is supposed to be a magnificent electrical locomotive. We should be tearing it along here. Given that, what have I pressed that? What have I done that has? Go on, max. See, I can't rule out that this is just gravity that's letting us go. The auto brake's released. What's this one here? Independent brake's released. That's also good. We don't need any more EQ. The pantograph is presumably up. I haven't pressed anything to make it otherwise. Yep, pretty sure this is gravity. Pretty sure we're just rolling here now. Let's put a bell on. Yeah, there you go. That helped terrifically. Well, it's only 340 yards to go now to reach our destination. I have released the brake. How about we don't... Whoa, no, don't emergency brake. Oh, flipping heck. Sorry, it was a bit sticky. I only wanted a little. There you go. It doesn't half like sticking in there, you know. Right, brake pressure. I can see the thing filling up there. Amps 0. Presumably we want some amps. Let's put the master controller into idle mode. Yeah, okay, we are picking up... Oh, right, I've broken it. Right. Yeah, that all looks like it's something. And then acceleration 2.1 miles per hour. Enter. Paragraph's up. The main circuit breaker's operational. Why are we not going then? Let's try it now. Ah. There we go. Right. Okay, now we're going again. Yep. Alright. Smashing. Hello passengers, this is your captain speaking. For those of you who are aware of this particular route and were prepped to get off the train in a couple of minutes, apologies for that. I had a momentary lapse in concentration and I don't know why we stopped. Anyway, we're going to be stopping now. This is Newark Penn. Get your stuff, get off my train. Thank you. And ease that back down. Is this some active braking as well? It's not. That's just some negative. Suppress the heck out of the thing. There you go, 130 odd yards till something or other. Is this not it? Have we not quite... Oh, no, okay, yeah, that's an objective achieved. There, good. Right, unlock the doors, which you do by pressing tab. And then unlock. There you go. I'm going to watch the passengers doing their thing. I'm going to stand guard over my door this time, though. There you go. Get off. Take your stuff with you. That's all marvellous. Good. Right, back on. Close the door. Sit in the chair. Right. Now, let's put this back to somewhere useful. Back to 0. Don't accelerate. There are still... The doors are open at the moment. And that would be... well, it'll probably get me fired. Right, lock the right doors. Okay, and... Job done. Are we... oh, we've got an additional stop. That's at Secaucus. Secaucus? Secaucus? I don't really know. And that's 8 minutes away, apparently. All right, well, let's stop suppressing ourselves and activate. And we're rolling. Okay, good. Well, that seemed a little bit more efficient than when I did it last time around. I've acquired some... I'm acquiring points, look. That's lovely. I love me some points. Because, as you know, they make prizes. Right, okay, here we go. Secaucus? Secaucus. Look at this bridge! Ooh, nice. I think we'd... well, we need some external viewage for this. Presumably I'm not going to speed immediately. Let's... that's a little bit more of a close-up than I'd really wanted. Let's try other buttons. No. Button. Free cam? Free cam? Not so much free cam. Oh, hold on. I'm attempting to drive the train while attempting to move the camera. There we go. Let's get a bit of camera action going here. Very nice indeed. We didn't really get to see much of the bridge. Maybe next time. But that's grand. Right, we better get back on board and make sure that we've got everything complete. Hold on, 30 miles per hour. We're only just over that, I suppose. Stick that on idle. Let's suppress ourselves a little bit. Does minimum application... minimum application will do the job. There you go. Release. And then... it would be really useful to know what the limit... Oh, it shows the limit on my speedo, look. There you go. Okay, fine. So, we're now heading out through here. And from here... You know what? I bet we can get a better view if I open the door. For some reason, it won't let me open the door while the train's in motion. That's a safety feature right there. Aeroplane. And there we go. So we've got 4 and a bit miles to go until the next stop. That's nice. We can go a little bit faster if we want to. Let's do that. Take me up to T10. No, T10's not doing enough. Give me T like 60. There we go. Hammer down. Let's trot on. And in 2 miles we're allowed to do 90, and we're going to endeavour to do just that. We'll have to get up to 60 to benefit from that, though. The yellow signal just ahead of us has turned green. That's a positive thing. Presumably, that will have been yellow because there was a track on the line ahead of us there. A track on the line? That makes sense. A train on the line ahead of us. Well, you would hope so. You know, if you've got the entire line to yourself, it's not really the most efficient use of your rail network. You see that? I put it back into idle at 59. Boom. That's professionalism right there. Right, 1 mile, we've got a yellow signal. There's my acknowledge button. I'm ready to acknowledge whatever they decide to tell me at that point. But you know, it's all good. Right, we are proceeding along the way in a fairly genuine fashion. If you can proceed in a genuine fashion. Let's get back onto the skirting camp. Presumably that chap's coming into, or indeed out of, Newark. There you go, outpace me train there with a bit of this. We could also use, presumably this is my little spy drone that allows me to see exactly what's coming up. There you go, bit of train. Nice. It's doing this kind of motion blurry effect. I don't know if you can make it out on the old recording. We're not going fast enough. Get back on board. Clearly there is a minor incline here. There you go, 7%. That ought to... no, that's accomplishing nothing. Back up to 60. 70. Sure. Right, good. And there's the signal. It is current amber. Doesn't appear to have affected us one way or the other. So that's all jolly good. But then we've got the ability to activate the afterburners coming up in a second. And that's helpful as well.
Hello passengers, this is your captain speaking. We're now more or less thoroughly underway. For those of you who have yet to visit my associate in the concession stand, please be aware that Wookiees are not renowned for their willingness to give refunds, and that you may find that you take offence at the response you're given should you ask for one, and you really do not want to see what Mr. Chewbacca will do with a muffin. Anyway, feel free to get yourself a snack, to put your feet up for the next mile and a half, because we're coming into Secaucus, which is how I'm choosing to pronounce it. And we'll be there in, I don't know, in a bit. We're supposed to be there at 7:13. Obviously, we're not going to be there because that's in the past. But I think there's a reasonable chance that we'll be there before 7:45. Yeah, have a safe trip or something.
Better slow down a little bit. We're going rather fast here. Suppress, and unsuppress. No, too much suppressing. Too much suppressing. Give it some juice. There you go. So obviously the brake reservoir likes to continue to apply itself after you have told it to cease with its application. But that's all good. Right, 400 and some odd yards to the next amber. Right, we'll switch into idle here. There you go. I'm master of my controls is what I am. Good stuff. Okay, right. So you know, hold on. We possibly ought to be slowing down. That came charging up on me rather quicker than I'd anticipated. We may just overshoot. Come on. No, we'll be fine. This will be fine. It'll be fine. It's all good. We can possibly even ease it off a little. Let's ease it off a little. Maybe just a smidge short of our destination there. If we release the brakes, has it registered us as in? No, it has not. Let's go a little bit further forwards. It's all good. You know, I did better to have to ease it forward a little bit more than have to back it up some, because I've tried that before, and the rail network, they don't take too kindly to that. They'll tell you you failed your mission or some such. I've lost some of my points. It's a bit disappointing. Right, there we go. Stick that in idle, and then apply the brakes. Suppress, man, suppress. There you go. Good.
This is Secaucus. Get off my train.
Unlock left. I want to unlock left. Unlock left. There we go. Right, good. Smashing. Well, that's, that's another job well done. Good stuff. You, get on board. We're running late. Come on. We're not hanging around. Get on the train. Oh, okay. Where are you going? Where are you going? There's nothing up there, man. This is it. It's this one or nothing. I don't know where you're intending to go, but you're not gonna get there that way. What have we got here? Oh, let's go and throw my energy drink cans away. We recycle here in this department. What have we got here? Hoboken. I can pronounce that one. We've got Meadowlands, Port Jarvis Line, the Pascack Valley Line, Bergen Line, Main Line, buses and indeed taxis. Everybody's getting on board. Close the door, sit in the chair, and lock the doors. Lock them in. Stop doing... No, we don't want to do any of that. Let's get out of here. Right, I'm going to apply some power first and then release the brake. See if that helps. Evidently, that is the thing you shouldn't do. Right, okay, well, this is, we learn, therefore we something or other. Let's wait for that to have a think about itself. That'll probably do it, and then activate. There we are. We're going to go for some sheer acceleration here, try and get ourselves back on track. So we've got New York Penn coming up in, I don't know, an indeterminate number of minutes. And that's all good.
Hi, passengers. Welcome aboard the newly designated 732 to New York Penn and beyond. I hope you're feeling happy this morning. The sun's out, and that's nice. And there's plenty of nice-looking views out of all the windows. Mr. Chewbacca, could you possibly lock down that coffee machine again? It seems to have broken loose.
And ease it back down. There we go. There we are. There we are. Splendid. Right, okay, we're doing 40 and a 45, I assume. It could be a 45. No, hold on. We've got the green light to go faster. So we will. I might even ring my bell just to celebrate. There we are. That's, presumably, and I'm actually fuzzy on this, so if you feel like dropping a comment with some knowledge, the bell presumably was just to alert folks, given the number of railroad lines that used to run actually through built-up areas at built-up level, was to just let people know, hello, I'm a train. I assume that's what it's for. It's just as a general means of letting people know that you're in the area. But I don't know, because we don't have them over here. Anyway, here we go. Rocket through this one. Now, we've got a mile to go until they're going to drop me down to 60 again. So let's... No. All the way up there. T-Max. Boom. I don't know what those are, because that's the second set that I've seen. What are they? Radio masts or something along those lines? Cell towers? Who knows? We possibly ought to think about slowing it down a bit. There we go. Put it into that. Let's suppress ourselves a little bit down to 60. That's quite aggressive braking we've gone for there, but the passengers they do like to be jangled. So I understand. There we are. I've got it down to 55 in plenty of time. Let's sound the horns. We go through the tunnel. That's what you like. Ooh, look at that. Right, okay, smashing. Bells ringing. We're going through the tunnel. This is jolly exciting. The external view there, maybe not so much. But the interior view is certainly an air of mystery going on here. I also wonder what we're going under. We do have 1.2 degree down bubble at the moment. No, that's not going to help you. You want a bit of this. Maybe minimum application. That seems to be easing us off a smidge. There you go. get it back down to 60, and then release the sucker again. Okay, smashing. Well, hopefully I'll actually make this leg of the journey in one sitting. That we'll be able to get there pretty much at the designated speed that the Transit Authority has come to expect. In fact, I will break the rules to try and get people there in a sensible amount of time. We've got 1.5 miles to go. We are 11 minutes behind schedule at the moment, and that's okay. We can live with that. Do some more minimum application on there. That's it. Good. And release. Easy peasy. I got this. This is no problem at all. We'll even attempt, because I'm feeling frisky. We'll even attempt a gentle slowdown and hitting the drop-off point perfectly, because I likes a challenge, and that's exactly what we're going to get. Right, we've got a green signal in 0.7. It's fine. 1 mile to go. I think we'll start slowing down at about half a mile out. Just gently ease it down, and then when we hit the edge of the platform, I'm going to want to be doing, I don't know, 25-ish, 30, and then we'll apply some braking force there. That's the scheme. That's the plan. It's just a question of, can we execute on it? Here we go. Half a mile coming up, and there it is. Right, and put the brakes on. Suppress. There you go. Too much suppression. Less suppression. Clearly the suppression is very effective. Yeah, we don't need any suppression now. Just roll it for a bit. I think we've probably got momentum enough to get us there. I am speeding, so we've almost certainly got. I didn't see the speed limit adjustment coming up there, so we've almost certainly got momentum enough to go. That's a red. Oh,